Welcome to this lecture. Handling structured data. We are cover two structured data files, which are CSV file and JSON file. A CSV file is a file with comma separated values, usually arranged in columns. Here is an example of CSV files. There are two columns or fields which are name and city. This value is the this is the value of name, and after comma this is the value of city, and similarly this is the value of field name and this is the value of field city, and so on. CSV files are popular because they have some advantage over files such as spreadsheets. For example, they are human readable and easy to parse. They are smaller, compact, and faster to work with. CSV files are easy to generate and have a standard format. Another form of structured data is JSON. It means JavaScript Object Notation. JSON is very useful, especially on the internet, for easily transferring data in the form of key value pairs. As shown in the following example, JSON data looks like this: enclosed in curly brackets, data, and inside the square brackets and inside the curly brackets. These are key value. The data is structured in a key value pair. For example, name is a key and this is the value of key. City is another key and lobes is the value of key city, and again name is key and this is its value, and again city is key and this is its value. Working with CSV data. Python includes the very handy CSV module to help us work with CSV files. It makes it very easy to read the tabular data defined in a CSV file and operate on it by creating reader or writer objects. Reading a CSV file. Reading a CSV file requires us to import the CSV module and create a reader object. Import CSV module. CSV modules contain a number of functions which perform different operations on the CSV data. With context manager, open. This is the file of our CSV file. This is the path of our CSV files with named mock_data.csv as if. This file is stored on Google in my folder Python video lectures. You can clearly see the file. This is the file. Open this file. This is the file mock_data.csv. It has column first name, last name, email, gender, IP address, and these are the values of these fields. Take a variable mock_data_reader is equal to CSV module dot call reader function and pass file. This is a line counter. This is a row counter or line counter. Line_count is initialized to 1. For row in mock_data_reader, skip line 1, which is the header row. If line_count is greater than 1, then print lines of file. Print row line_count incremented by 1. Run the cell to see the result. This is our required result. Actually, it is the data which is written in the mock_data.csv file. Writing to the CSV file. Writing to a CSV file is done by using the writer object. The writer object accepts a list of items to write for each row. Import module CSV and using context manager with open. This is the file of this is the path of example.csv file, and its mode is W means write mode, as F is file. Example_data_writer CSV dot writer method on and pass the file object F. Example underscore data underscore writer, call the write row function and pass the list of columns or fields of .csv files. Name is the first field is name and the second field is age. And example underscore data underscore writer write row. This is the value Stephen is the value of name and 25 is the value of age. Run the cell and see the output. This is the example.csv file which we have created. There are fields name and age, and Stephen is the value of name and 25 is the value of age. Back to our lecture. Read example.csv file. With open context manager, this is the path of file example.csv and R is the mode of file which is read mode, as F is file. Data underscore reader CSV module and call reader function and pass the file object. For row and data underscore reader, print row. Run the cell to see the output. This is the first row and this is the second row. First row is header row and the second row is the values of field name and age. Writing a dictionary to the CSV file. Instead of writing rows using lists, you can write dictionaries to CSV files. To do that, you would have to use a dict writer object instead of the usual writer object, even though their behaviors are pretty similar. However, you will also have to define a list of field names which will specify the order in which values will be written to the file. Here is an example. Import CSV modules, and this is the path of our file people.csv, and W is its mode and F is the file object. List of field names. Fields is a list and having elements name and age. Class dictWriter method. People underscore writer csv dot call the dictWriter function and pass the arguments file as F and field names. List of fields. Writes the fields as the first row. People underscore writer dot write headers. Its mean name and age are the header of our file people.csv. Writes the data in second row, and in the second row we pass the data in this way. People underscore writer dot write row, and in the form of a dictionary. The key name has value Santa Claus. The key name has value Santa Claus and key age has value 100, and then write in the file people.csv. Run the cell. These values are written in the file people.csv. Now we read the file people.csv. Similarly, import CSV modules with open context manager. This is the path of file people.csv and R is the read mode as F is the file object. Data underscore people csv dot call a reader function and pass the file. For row and data underscore people iterate every row and print every row. This is our header row which has field name, age, and this is the value of name and this is the value of age.